Hey guys, it's Junior. Welcome back to my channel here at Horsepower Warehouse. I am so glad to have you guys back with me because we have a ton of progress to cover. Please stick until the end of the video if you want to see some of the new inventory. But for today, we are going to jump straight into it with the restoration side. So let us begin with these two beauties sitting here. I know you guys have seen this one previously. This is our foam 66 car. I'm not going to keep calling it the foam car too many more times because the foam is gone now, but you can see we've got taillight bezels and antenna, and we're making progress here, guys. And you know how I'm a stickler about making sure things are done thoroughly and to perfection. I mean, it's coming along very, very nicely. But I'm not going to stick around and talk with this one too much. While it is impressive, I have this to show. So this is our White Widow car. This is a 63 convertible, white, red interior. So if you guys watch the previous videos on this one, this is the White Widow. It's back from paint. This one did get the frame off already. So we've got engine, transmission, rear end tucked up under this beautiful body. Those are already done. Of course, these are roller wheels, and we haven't touched any of the interior yet. But I just wanted to show you guys how this paint job came out, because yet again, Josh, my man, that's why when people tell me, hey, I'm gonna go to another shop and get as good of a restoration as what you can provide, I tell people, seriously, good luck, because it's not just me doing the restorations here. I have a team of people that I work with, and it's taken me my entire career to find these guys that are capable of doing things to my expectations and my quality level. That's the reason that we do transmissions and rear ends in-house as much as possible. I only work with one painter, I only work with one interior guy, so on and so forth. When you're buying a Junior built restoration, you're not getting just Junior, you're getting my entire team of people behind me. Steve Keach does all the engines. You're not gonna find a better engine builder. Good luck. I mean, at least for these engines, he's the best you can get, and I'll stand behind him. And so on and so forth. It rinse and repeat with all of my guys. So that's why when you tell me that, hey, Junior, I found someone else that can do it cheaper or faster, or they say they can do it better, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to say, okay, good luck. Because your car one day may be parked next to one of my cars at the show, and we'll see who makes the better product. So I stand behind my stuff. But with that being said, I want to show you guys how absolutely fantastic this paint job came out. And by the way, Josh is my painter. He deserves all the credit here. I don't do the body work and the paint work. I mean, look at how nice this door opens, and literally one finger, click, click. Oh, man, I love it. I love it, I love it. Thank you so much, Josh. Josh is not real big about cameras or social media, or I guess things of that nature. I'm not gonna push him. I asked him a few times if I could actually come into his shop and show the process, because you guys have commented quite a bit, you know, can we see the body side of things? I'm not going to pressure someone to go on YouTube that doesn't want to go on YouTube, but my dad did manage to wrangle him in for a little clip, so I'm gonna throw that up right now.
He don't want to move. This is our rock star right here, guys. This is Josh. He's our painter. He's bashful. I have to hold him. See me? I got him hugging him. We love him. He's the guy behind the scenes. You see the split window. You see the white 63. This is the guy that makes it happen. You see us, me and Junior on YouTube. But this is the guy. He's our hero. So I want to give him a good shout out. He's a little bashful. He's the guy that gets it done. Thanks, Josh.
So thank you so much, Josh. The whole purpose of showing him is I don't want him to remain unfaced. You know what I mean? I want him to get credit for all of his work. He's a fantastic, fantastic painter and just a good all-around dude. So, man, thank you, Josh, for, again, killing it on this 63. I know you will do the same on that 63 and the 64 that are coming up next. And then this one after that. So, Josh has some work up for him, but he's up to the challenge, obviously. I mean, this car, fantastic. I can't wait to build this out. I really like the red with the white. It's going to be red leather in this car is what the gentleman is requesting, so I'm happy to oblige. Yes, fantastic. So with that being covered, I could talk about this paint job for 25 minutes. I'm not gonna hammer a dead horse, I guess. We have two really fantastic chassis coming together here. This one for the 64 over there, the red one, and this one for the rotisserie 63. You may notice that both chassis have Borgeson steering already installed. So completely done. This is kind of par for the course when I do all of my restorations. This is my preference and how I like to do things. I really want to do all new bushings, and a lot of the hardware is replaced. Almost 95% of the hardware is replaced. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Also, I like to have as much liability as possible for my projects here in-house. So that's why we do the transmissions and the rear ends here in-house. For instance, this rear end was recently rebuilt on the 64 car. It was all brand new internals, but when we blew it all apart, I will put up a picture now of the handful of chunks of metal that were sitting down in a cavity inside of that rear end. Now, apparently the person that rebuilt this rear end previously missed all of those big old chunks of metal that would have been eventually floating around and would have locked up that rear end. So I'm super happy that we did just blow it apart and redo it again as kind of a standard for my facility, because I don't trust anyone, and that's why. Also, this transmission on the rotisserie car was absolutely full of JB Weld. I'm gonna throw photos up now of that. So this case actually was cracked beyond repair, so they JB welded the entire inside of it in hopes of circumventing future leaks. So I had to find him a new case. So I'm not the type to want to do this level of restoration and try to repair something of that nature. So he got a new case. Luckily, I was able to find one. And yeah, this is coming out fantastic. You'll notice this is an iron intake car, whereas this is an aluminum intake car. So this is going to be a higher horsepower variant. This is a 300 horse. That's fine. Both of these cars are going to actually, in terms of driving, I mean, it is a little spicier to have the additional 30 or 40 horsepower, but I mean, I personally can't complain about a 300 horse car. I think these are fantastic, and this family is going to love it. Again, the Borgeson steering. Almost everyone in the shop has requested Borgeson steering, Borgeson. So it's just a fantastic kit. It's a lot of the issues that you would have with the standard power steering that GM designed in the 60s. The Borgeson kind of addresses a lot of those issues. So with that being said, I want to just transition into some completed cars because I'm super proud of what we've done here. So this one is done, but before I want to walk you around this. So our 66 is done as well. This car came out really great. It's fresh back from alignment. There are a small list of things that I need to do, just finalization of the car, but it came out really good. So this one is an aftermarket AC car. It does have the power steering down there. It does have, of course, power brakes. Triple black. It has the sailcloth top, which is not standard to the car, but is a pretty considerable upgrade. So I can see why the gentleman specified that. Interior came out really good. We did not do the paint job, so this was not a comprehensive concourse level restoration like some of the cars that I'm showing over here and like this car, but this was a complete frame off. So if you've watched the channel, you guys have probably seen me do this car. It really came out great. In fact, I can't show all of my workmanship from the bottom. So let me go ahead and throw up the rack real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. And we are back. So let me show you underneath this thing real quick, because arguably to me, this is where all the hard work went. it looks really, really good under here. So let's start at the front and let me just explain as I work my way back. Complete frame off, so you'll notice everything is powder coated, all new bushings, all the hardware was replaced. The engine was rebuilt, transmission and rear end. Everything was repainted. You can see a lot of things were replaced, like the starter, the alternator, the fuel pump, obviously new power steering, all new brakes, things of that nature. Those are considered consumables to me. If they are able to be worn out, when I do a frame off restoration, I always address everything that would potentially need addressing, if that makes sense. So let's work our way back. You can see I stripped the fiberglass. The bottom of the car looks really good. I am noticing that it's missing 2 plugs in the back there, and it's also missing the shields for the shims for the rear trailing arms, so I'm gonna get to that. Again, like I mentioned earlier, this car is not 100% done. It's just very, very, very close. I would say 98%. I still have a small list of things that I'm just gonna run through. This car's been driven 12 miles so far on the complete rebuild of the chassis, so I'm gonna put probably a couple more miles on it just to make sure everything is good. But man, it drives wonderful. The AC blows, I think 53 degrees is what we got on our temperature probe, so it does Corvette things very, very well. Someone's really gonna like this car. But I wanted to show you our 67 Tri-Power is also complete. Another frame off. This one is my full shebang. So this one was paint done by Josh, frame off performed by me and Sean here in our shop. So it's got the entire package, complete brand new interior. It looks just fantastic. The paint is perfect, as you would expect. Ta-da. I hate patting myself on the back. I'm always trying to improve my process. I always want to produce a better product for my customers. And it sucks to be at a corner to where you can't improve. So I'm always looking to do whatever I can to improve my process. But man, I'm so proud of this. If you have a shop that's producing this level of work consistently, I think it's fair that they deserve a top dollar. Now, with that being said, people always ask me, what my shop rate is and what I think is fair. I always tell people, don't listen to me. Do your own research. Just literally Google average automotive rate in your state. I think you'll find it's like 140 to 150 in most states right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'll throw a screen cap up. I'm going to do a little research and throw it up for you guys right now. But I am under the average automotive repair rate right now. So I'm doing some of the best work in the country on these cars. So if I even commanded average rate, I think that's a smoking deal, an absolute smoking deal. So for me to be under, you really can't argue with that, guys. I think that's why I'm so busy. I'm probably undervaluing my restorations, but I really like doing work that's meaningful to me. So if I can do a restoration that's of my quality standards and something that I can literally light up a camera and show you guys, look at how proud me and Sean are of our car that we just built. This is why I do it. It's not always about money, guys. It's about building the best product you can and just being proud of it. This is why I come to work, is stuff like this, is building stuff to that. How many people are doing this? Probably a couple in the country. I'm not the only one, but I think I'm one of the best, and I'm really striving to be better every day. So I should probably show less of my ugly mug and more of the gorgeous car that we just produced. I apologize, guys. I'm going to go real slow around it. This thing is just awesome. '67 Tri-Power with side pipes. Man, good looking car. Good looking car. We got a lot of good looking cars here. I'm not going to dwell too much on my own builds. I could peacock around this thing all day and sing, we are the champions, and for he's a jolly good fellow to myself, but that doesn't entertain anyone or provide any value to you guys. So again, thank you to my entire team though for producing stuff like this. It's not just me, guys. It's a lot of guys behind me that I work with, and we're all proud of our stuff. So I think we all did a fantastic job. Just got another 23 Vet in here. I know I told you guys last time, I was really impressed with how this convertible said 53 to 23 on the back glass. Well, the coupe does too. I didn't notice that. So Corvette 70, 1953 to 23. This is a cool car. Comment down below, do you guys like the high wing on these C8s versus there's the bigger wing versus the more kind of standard wing, I guess? I really disliked that wing initially. It's starting to grow on me though. I mean, I like how it follows the body lines of the car. It's not gaudy. It's not real aggressive like a ZR1 wing would be. So comment down below what you guys think about that. I really think a mid-engine car does deserve some sort of a spoiler or a wing or something of that effect in the rear. I also think all these cars need complete exhaust systems, but I'm more of a obnoxious. This is what I would drive daily if I just had unlimited funds. Loud, fast, it looks loud. It's just, yes, the car wails. It literally screams. It's an emotional car, you know. That's what I love about this. And that's why I think as I get older, I'm starting to appreciate the German cars a lot more, because there's a lot of emotion in how they perform. So I don't know, maybe I'm just getting older and more delusional as I go on. Check it out. I staged this on purpose, by the way. New boss, old boss, and then new Land Cruiser, old Land Cruiser. So let's start with the bosses. This is a Boss 302 Laguna Seca, by the way, guys. So I was really impressed with this. Yeah, it is the Laguna edition. It does have the Recaros. Ta-da! And the rear seat delete package. So man, I know everyone tells me, stick with the Corvettes, Junior. Don't show other cars on this channel because no one cares. Well, here's the thing, guys. It's my channel and I'm a car enthusiast. And I am so impressed with having two Boss Mustangs here side by side. So you'll have to excuse me for showing what I like on my channel, because it would be a crime to me personally to not share this. What would you guys take, money aside, if you had to daily drive one of these for a year or 2 years and then give it back? What would you just daily spank? I'm curious where your guys' head at. I'm not going to interject my own opinion this time because I don't want to skew the results. I appreciate both of these cars. The old Boss 351 with the Hurst 4-speed, 8-track in the center. Yeah. Aggressive, flat black on the hood. I like the decals. I like the aero package. Just so people know from the rear that you're not driving a regular Mustang. Just like the new one. Got the Laguna Seca on the back, so that's not a standard GT. Really, really neat. I'm not going to just bypass this Buick GS 400 4-speed convertible either. 4 on the floor, factory 8-track right there in the center. Isn't that cool? It's got the sailcloth top, so it's got the premium top on it. This is a really, really cool car too. Man, I'd love to daily drive this as well. New versus old Land Cruiser. Look at how far it's come in evolution. So we have the diesel Land Cruiser. This one has obviously been heavily upgraded and modified and improved. But boy howdy, have they come a long way. Which one would you guys take for a African run? Would you prefer modern luxury? Which, by the way, this thing is like really, really nice inside. I didn't know Land Cruisers were quite this opulent with all of the satin wood, and it's really, really nice inside. But I don't have a whole lot of Land Cruiser experience. Would you rather take the new one or the old one. Now, obviously, the old one is more capable, probably in like a jungle environment, but just traveling across Africa, you can't beat all the room and how comfortable and ice cold air conditioning, everything that the modern amenities. I don't know if those tires would bring you. Those Michelins are quite up to the task of these Coopers, but you know, those could be swapped. I'm curious what you guys think. Which one would you rather have? Another really neat set of new versus old. So anyhow, I hope I didn't bore you guys. I like using this channel as an outlet just for showing the cars that I'm really impressed with. And I work in an area where I'm constantly immersed in new stuff. So it can be kind of difficult for me to decide what to show you guys, but man, and there's a lot going on here in the background that I just don't have the time or resources to share with you. If there's anything else you guys want to see, I'm always open and reading your comments. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Until next time, take care.